Program Officer and based at the Peninsula Shelter. And with us also we have Georgia, who is the event coordinator for the Peninsula Walk. So we're just going to run through some basic stuff tonight and hopefully get us all ready and excited for next Sunday. So I'll hand over to Georgia. This Sunday. Well, it depends. I mean, this next, okay. I'll leave it to you, Georgia. I'll hand over to you.
Hello. For those of you that I didn't meet last year, welcome. For those of you that I did meet last year, welcome back. We have our final one. It's very sad. It's very bittersweet, but we have a really, really incredible year. A little bit of an update on signups. We currently have 1,054 pre-registrations. So we haven't hit over 1,000 since pre-COVID. So that is, I definitely cried a little bit reading those numbers this morning. Everyone is really rallying and it's looking incredible. We've got more exhibitors than we've ever had. We've got more people joining than we've ever had pre-registered, and that's not including everyone who's going to be there on the day. So it's going to be a very bittersweet day, but a really, really, really good one. So without further ado, here's your team for the day. So hi, I'm Georgia. I volunteer for RSPCA. This is my third year doing the Million Paws Walk. That is the only volunteer part that I do. It takes up a lot of my time in the months leading up to it. So, but my day job is working in HR for a booze company. So slightly different to what I do right now. We have Wendy, that I'm assuming most of you know. Lovely Wendy is our volunteer coordinator for RSPCA. And then Chantel, who I don't think is going to be able to join us. Chantel's one of our volunteers as well. She'll be the assistant event coordinator again this year. So she helped us out last year, which was very helpful because we had Wendy and the entire foster team and several others off with COVID. So Chantel saved us a bit last year, which was great. Bit of an event overview. So Sunday, 25th of May, it's coming up. It's in 6 days. Very excited. We'll have it at Fred Smith Reserve in Hastings again. Same as last year, we have got the Anzac memorial space. So we've got the concrete rather than the nice, beautiful, muddy area that we've had previously, which is fantastic. So even if it does rain, it's a little bit higher. It won't be too wet. I think it's raining a little on Saturday, but I don't think it's going to affect us too much, which is good. The event site will be open from 6 a.m. I don't think any of you are rostered on from 6 a.m. It's very early. It's very cold. It's misty. It's miserable. The event registrations will open at 9, same as last year. 10 a.m. we've got the fun ring opening up. We have the fantastic team from Kip Doggy Daycare who are over the road from the Pearsdale shelter, who attended last year with a few games and a little bit of information. They have lent us a bit of agility equipment, what they can bring down on the day. So we'll have a bit of agility equipment in the fun ring and then our usual games. A couple of little competitions, and Katie from O'Brien's will run the auction and hopefully announce the raffle as well at the end of the day. The walk will kick off at 11 a.m. Speaking to Tess, who's Burwood based, we're hoping to get one of the inspectors to maybe cut the ribbon, maybe do a little speech, depending on how they're feeling, and see if anyone's willing to speak on the morning. But regardless, it'll be really wonderful. So the walk will kick off at 11. They'll probably start returning between sort of 11:30 and 12, depending on whether they're doing the long walk or the short one. And then at 1 p.m, the event village will start to wind down, and at 1:30 we will start bumping everyone out. So I think the longest anyone will be rostered on till is 2 p.m, which is the maintenance team. I think that's it. Everyone else is out of there. So I think the first year we had the event village open for a bit longer. I'm sure that the rain had a lot to do with it, but we just didn't have very many people hanging around afterwards. And last year, even towards the end of 2 p.m, like 1:30, everyone was sort of filtering out anyway. So it's a nice amount of time, I think. So current event map. This is at the moment the final event map. I think we don't have any more exhibitors signing up. We haven't got anything else. We've got, I think, 12 exhibitors. We usually have 4 or 5, maybe 6 on a good year. So we've done really well this year. Kip are going to do some little activities. We've got one of our volunteers, one of our new volunteers is coming down to do essentially bad pet portraits or poor pet portraits. So she's going to come down and sit just over here. So that'll be good. We've got a few other guys. Hairy Hounds of Hastings are going to come down and do nail clippings and sort of like small trims and things as well, so which will be amazing. And we have the MAC truck, the mobile animal care unit, coming down this year. We have a driver for it, so the outreach team are going to base out of the MAC, which is amazing. So we've got
only as of this afternoon, so we only got our driver established today. So.
Very recent.
Very last minute, but that's okay.
Yeah, very last minute, very exciting to have those guys down. So we've got a couple of the outreach team will come down and base themselves out of that. If you guys are based in the event village, you'll be around here. If you're in the registration or the retail team, you guys will be in this section here. So we'll have the little star there is where the volunteer sign-in point will be. So please make sure that when you come in on the morning, make sure you get your name ticked off before you start your shift. I don't think there's anything else in there. Evacuation point, the start and the finish line, so similar to what it was last year. We have a couple of photographers this year. Wet Nose Photography, I need to speak to about whether they're going to be taking pictures, but we have a videographer. One of our volunteers is a videographer, and we have another volunteer who's going to have a camera this year as well. So they'll be based around the event village, taking photos of volunteers, walkers, dogs, and everything in between. So course map hasn't changed. There may be some tweaks that we need to make on the morning. So if you guys are out on the course, please make sure that you come and see us and double check the course map in the morning. There is some works going on at the moment, but I'm just waiting for the map from the Shire to show us where there will actually be works. At the moment, from what I understand, it will only be sort of in the middle of the ovals, which shouldn't affect us too much, but I just want to make sure they're not doing any upgrades on the actual path on the day. They obviously won't be doing works on the Sunday, but there may be some blocked off areas or some parts that they're in the middle of doing. So, because for those of you who don't know, they're currently upgrading the entire of Hastings foreshore. It started about 3 years ago and it's been ongoing. So they're finally moving on to the paths. So we'll do a bit of a walk around the whole track, a hazard check and everything as well. But touch wood, the course shouldn't change. We're hoping Peninsula has sort of said that there isn't much going on the actual paths at the moment. The paths are fine. It's mostly like bits and pieces in the middle that they're trying to fix up. There's bits where there's dips and dangerous holes and things like that. So because for those of you who don't know, Hastings foreshore used to be landfill. So there's a lot of stuff underneath it that's, yeah, not very nice. I didn't know that until last week when they were telling me that that's why they're doing works. So RSPCA tents, so tent 1, volunteer meeting point, info point, and then your registration and ticket sales. So once all the volunteers are checked in, Wendy will be in that area doing a bit of information on volunteering with RSPCA. So if you have any questions or anything on the day and you need to speak to Wendy or myself, we should be, I don't know where I'll be everywhere, but we should be roughly around that area. Foster and outreach, as of this afternoon, outreach will most likely be in the MAC, but Foster will be in that middle section there, and then retail will be right next to them, and then volunteer meeting point as well. So, and very important, we will have first aid there again. So for St John's usually bring down one of their ambulances or first aid vans to have there. So they'll be across from there as well. Biggest thing, just familiarise yourself and your volunteer packs with the map as much as you can and make sure you sort of have a good idea of what's going on. We'll have big versions of the event map and the walk map there on the day. So if you do need to double check anything, just come and find one of us. And if you want to take one of the maps with you, absolutely go for it. But just if anyone asks, try and don't have to remember where all the exhibitors are, but just where the basics are, your first aid, evacuation point, bins, etc. So you should be good. Your supervisors for the day, I don't think all of them are on, but your volunteer coordinator is lovely Wendy. Safety and maintenance will be Susie, registration Siobhan. Siobhan's here. Hi Siobhan. And then retail Carly's also here. Fun ring will be Kiara, who I don't think is on. I've got half of you on one screen and half of you on the other. And then the crowd and then start and finish line. So all the crowd marshals, anyone who's at the start or finish line, you'll have Jody. And then for the circuit, which is just everyone who's out on the circuit, you'll have Melissa. You guys will all have my number and Wendy's number on the back of your lanyards with our numbers on them. So if you do need anything, just reach out to us and we can send the supervisor out or send someone out to give you a hand. Wendy, do you want to go through the volunteer info? Put myself on mute.
Sorry, I just take myself off mute. Yes, so when you come and sign in at the beginning, you'll get a lanyard with your name and the emergency contact details, as George has said. You'll get your volunteer vest. And just a reminder, shelter volunteers know this already, but for anyone else, the vest always goes over anything else you're wearing, even wet weather gear, because it's really important people can identify you as a volunteer. And you'll get an RSPCA beanie as well. So if it's a bit chilly, that should keep your head warm at least. When you come back at the end of your shift, you need to come and sign out so we know you've left the site. We'll bring back your volunteer vest and your lanyard. We'll collect those from you. And if you haven't already picked one up at the shelter, if you're not one of the shelter volunteers, we'll also have your 2025 National Volunteer Week badge, which all of our volunteers will get this year. So I haven't got one with me. I didn't bring one home with me. Have you got yours, Georgia? It's tucked away somewhere.
I was just looking for it, but it's still in my bag. It's very cute.
Yes, it is very cute. For those of you who don't know, we do a different animal every year, and this year is a guinea pig. So it's very, very sweet. And other than that, just dress for the weather. Layers can be good because the temperature can change over the course of the day. And oh yeah, the dog. So we have got, I didn't allocate anyone this role because I thought it's one I don't like to give someone who hasn't volunteered. However, we do have a Scooby-Doo dog costume, and we would absolutely love it if somebody would like to dress up and do that as their role for the day. But I'm only taking volunteers for that. I mean, a volunteer for that.
Volunteer to volunteer.
Yes.
It's rather. The one volunteer that I had in mind, she's a bit tall for it, so it's not the tallest thing.
No, if you're much over 170 centimeters, it'll probably be too small for you. So bear that in mind if you're going to put your hand up. But you can either, if you don't want to say tonight, that's fine. If you want to shoot me an email and say, yes, I'll do that, or else maybe we'll get someone enthusiastic on the morning. I don't know. We'll see how we go. So yeah, what else have we got on that list there? So yeah, make sure you check in and out, look at the map. Yeah, I mean, there's information in your briefing pack about what to wear. So, blue, dark pants, so dark blue or black preferably. And then just dress for the weather. Just make sure you're comfortable. You'll be out there for a while. We'll have water there, so bring a water bottle. You'll be able to refill it there. George is organising that. We'll have some snacks, but if you've got any particular requirements, I can't guarantee exactly what we'll have. So probably bring yourself something extra if you think you might need it as well. Okay. I think that's most of that. I guess we're up to questions, Georgia.
Yep.
If anyone has them.
Have any questions? Don't want to jump at you this time.
Oh no, Marina.
Yeah, just with
I
the
should put mine down.
Should I bring the vest I usually wear to Burwood, or is it a different? Is there any help?
No, we'll have the event volunteer vests on the day, so no, don't bother about your normal ones. No.
Okay, thanks.
Who else? Carly?
Oh, hey, I was just going to ask, do you guys have an amp or anything for the fun ring? Just because I've got a little small portable amp that I could bring on the day if needed. Like, as in, like when they're doing announcements or anything like that, like, do you need a PA system or something?
We have one that apparently is going down to the shelter as of this afternoon.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Sometime this week, between now and Friday.
Yeah,
so we can take that
down to the trivia. So yeah. we're asked them to leave it down there so we can use that for the day. So
we should be okay. Thank you for the offer.
Welcome.
Kathy.
I was just going to ask about parking. Is there a place that we should park, or is it just find a spot anywhere? I mean, I suppose we'll be early, so
Yeah, I think there is parking around. I probably would try not to park too close to the entrance so that we can leave spaces for people who might be a bit less mobile, say, and things like that, or who might not be able to walk quite so far.
The Pelican Recreation Centre at the moment is not open. So that car park that's next to where the walk is, other than the cafe, there's nothing else there open at the moment. So it's a pretty big car park. So that whole space is pretty good. Otherwise, yeah. The only spot we've got blocked off, we've got these ones blocked off for the Mac, and because I have to transport a whole bunch of stuff. Wendy brings stuff and Carly brings stuff, so we have to unload it out of the car. But there's some up here and there's some a bit further down as well. So mostly all along here. And then where the rec centre is over here, there's a huge big car park next to it as well.
Okay, that's good, because there'll be a lot of people coming. I mean, it's not just us, but there's obviously all the people with their dogs. So
Yep.
Okay, all right, cool, thanks.
Yep.
With the retail, are we handling cash, or have we nominated people already who'll be handling the cash for sales, please?
Yes, thanks, Rowena. We will have some backup cash, but we're trying to mostly have people pay electronically. It's a lot easier to track what's been sold and how much. But Carly will be your supervisor for the day, Rowena, so she'll take you through all that.
Okay, thank you. Is it a tablet type thing and of payment?
Sorry, can you say that again?
FPOS machines.
A tablet, the little square light thing.
Not Rowena, it's normally an FPOS, like just a normal FPOS machine that you can tap on. Yeah, just like a normal one that you see at most shopping centres that they've got.
Right, thank you.
Welcome.
Now, hang on, there's some people in the chat. What have we got? So, what does the dog look like? It looks like Scooby-Doo.
Oh, okay.
Is there a too short criteria for the dog?
No, is that a volunteer?
Probably not. Are you volunteering?
Could try.
Well, we can try it. We'll have it there on the day. We'll have it there on the day. And Phoebe's asked anyone coming from the Mornington area could catch a ride there and back with. I'm not far from Mornington, but I'm going very, very, very early, Phoebe. So that might be a little bit too early for you.
I don't mind. How early are you going? Because I could just do my shift around yours if it's helpful.
What did I put you in for, Phoebe? I can't remember.
8:30, but my
8:30,
kids get up very early, so I'm not shy about early.
Okay. No, that's okay. Well, because I'll be there for like most of the day. So
Okay,
yeah. I'm probably going to be trying to get there for about 7. So I'll be heading off about 6:30 probably.
that would work for me, but only if it's not too much to add to your list of things that you're doing on the morning.
That's okay. Let me see how I go. Can I get back to you?
Yeah, let's not set it in stone. I can manage either way.
Cool.
So thank you.
Jessica said, I'm traveling from Frankston North, could go via Mornington. And what time are you starting, Jessica? Jessica? Oh, no, we lost Jessica.
Wendy, have you got me, Kate Harry? Because I'm coming from Mount Martha and I can take her.
Oh, okay. Phoebe,
Okay,
you
great.
have a
Yeah,
wealth of choices.
Great. I'm in Mount Eliza specifically, so maybe Mount Martha's good. Who was that?
That was
Kate Harry. I haven't got my photo up. That's all right. I'm not pictured.
Okay, thanks, Kate.
Sorry,
Hey, I'll put my number in the chat. Maybe you could send me a quick text.
Righto.
Would that be okay? Okay, great. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, Jessica offered also, but she said her audio is not working, so that's why she wasn't replying. So.
Well, we might have a group of us that can carpool. We'll see. But my number's there if you want to get in touch.
All right.
Thank you.
I'll let you guys organise. I'll let you guys organise yourself then. All right, in that case. Thank
Yeah,
you very much
thanks,
for everybody
Wendy.
for being so helpful. That's
And
a lot.
everyone
Absolute.
else. Thank you.
This is why volunteers are so lovely. Now, who else have we got? Sharon, you had a question?
Yeah, I was just wondering, like with breaks, is there kind of allocated times for breaks, or you just do it when there's a bit of a slow period? Just, if you need to go get some food or go to the loo or something.
Look, it's something to just organise with your supervisor on the day. However, we are very lucky. We've got a few general volunteers. We have enough people to have a few extra people. So we're going to have people who can step in and fill in if anyone needs to take a break. So I think we haven't sort of imposed any set times because everyone's shifts are different lengths. But if you have a chat to your supervisor, and they should be looking after you, make sure you get breaks when you need to.
Yeah. Thanks, Wendy.
I think it'll be easier for the people who are closer to the event village. The ones we'll really have to organise are for the ones who are out on the circuit and make sure they have people going out and giving them a break and coming back and that sort of thing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Any more questions?
I've got a quick one for Phoebe. Phoebe, I can't find your number.
Oh, okay,
sorry.
No worries.
Have you got the chat up there, Kate?
I'm working on the chat here, and I've got notifications, but I haven't really. I'm still working on it. Let's say I obviously got it all.
Okay. Well, it looks like Jessica's also put her phone number there as well, Phoebe. So if you have trouble connecting with Kate, maybe you can connect with Jessica.
Well, Wendy, if you have it, I'll come and see you on Thursday, and I'll grab it.
Yep.
Direct.
Okay.
And then I can talk to Phoebe straight away after Thursday.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay. Thank you.
Geez, where's that chat?
Anyone else with questions? I can't see any others that have popped up. All silent.
I was just going to ask with the Georgia, with the 1,000 people registered, is that just for Peninsula?
Yep.
Okay.
So I think from memory, Tess sent me the numbers this morning. So Albert Park's currently sitting at 4,000, which is mad. And then Peninsula sitting at just over 1,000, so 1,054 currently, which again is, we have not hit those numbers since pre-COVID, which is incredible. So, and we usually get a couple of hundred sign up on the day as well, usually about 100 to 150 sign up on the day. So probably anticipating more this weekend. So going to be a lot of Paws.
Yes.
A lot of Paws.
And with the retail, so it says for the retail assistants, which I'll be, ensuring that merch is put through separately to retail. What's the difference?
So merch comes out of a slightly different pool. We've since slightly changed it, and we figured out a way to just track the merch. So it'll just be a matter of noting down when merch is sold, because we have a very set amount of it. We don't have any 2025 merch. That has been gone for months. They didn't anticipate how big this was going to be, and I believe the orders were done pre us making the decision that it was going to be the last one as well. So we have no 2025 merch, but we have, I believe, 8 jumpers from last year left over, and then a pile of t-shirts from the year before as well. So I'm going to do a stock take on the Saturday just to check what we've got specifically of those ones. And it'll just be a printed out sheet. So just when we sell merch, we just need to note down what was sold, so that Burwood can keep an eye on it, because it comes out of a slightly different, the word that I'm thinking of has left my head. It comes out of a slightly different area to what the retail does, because retail comes directly out of goes directly to the Peninsula shelter, whereas merch goes to the Million Paws Walk as a whole, if that makes sense. That's my understanding.
So the difference is basically regular retail stock and merch that's specific to Million Paws Walk. So it's
right.
separate.
And okay, so it's sort of branded for the walk, whereas retail is that like food and cat carriers, and like what kind of retail would be there?
We have, I lost my list. I sent it to Carly though. We've got dog bowls, cat bowls for some reason, but paws are poor. We will hopefully be able to get, I'm going to speak to Leah from Peninsula on Saturday. We're hoping we can get some leads and collars and harnesses and things. We've got a bunch of very, very small dog jackets. I don't know why they're all size small. And then we found some sort of homemade bits and pieces as well that have been donated to us to sell from the shelter as well. And what was the other one I had? Lick mats, things like lick mats and dog bowls. And we're hoping we can get some dog treats together as well, because they sell really well at the walk as well. So just smaller things. We try not to do anything too big because it's a bit hard for the people to take home, but dog treats are always do really well. Harnesses always do really well. Carly, was it collars and leads as well?
Yeah, collars and leads I find are really good, because we quite often might get people show up and realise they forgot their lead. So it's kind of an impulse buy for them. So yeah, that's a really good one. And also because we can help people to fit their harnesses and show them as well, that's a really great sale point for us too, if we can make that happen.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you.
Plus, you then get to cuddle the dog when you're doing the harness, so it's a pretty good day.
That's what this day is all about, right? Is cutting dogs.
Perks of the job.
Yes.
Yeah. But we're just working out the kinks with retail because we had a bit of a bump with it. So we're just trying to work out what we can actually bring down on the day. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, good.
All right. Anyone else with questions? I'm just checking the chat. There's no more questions in the chat at the moment. Any more questions? No? If you think of something after tonight that you forgot, you sort of think, oh, why didn't I ask it? The email that's on your screen is one to use, and I will get that and I will answer your questions as best I can. Sharon?
Sorry, I've got one final question. If you wake up in the morning and you're sick, or you've got gastro or migraine or whatever, is anyone going to be checking that email, or is there a phone number we would ring if we couldn't come?
I will definitely check that email in the morning first, if it's first thing. Otherwise, did we send a phone number out to everybody or for on the morning? I don't know whether we did, but we can do that.
Can't remember.
It's not in the email.
No, that's all right. I shall make sure that we include that. There should be, I think there's a reminder going out later in the week. So I will make a note to make sure there's a contact number or in there as well. All right.
Yeah, the email says there's just email the volunteer thing.
Yep. That's what we normally.
Or anything.
Yeah,
So
that's what we normally do. But yes, I appreciate last minute things. It can be a bit.
Yeah.
A little bit hard. Hopefully nobody gets sick this year.
We copped it last year. I feel like we're owed a break.
Well, we've had. Well, I've done 2 years before this. One was pouring rain. Last year I got COVID. So this year.
We just owed a smooth run.
We are owed a smooth run.
Pray to the dog overlords that this weekend will go smoothly.
But you never keep dog people down.
No,
so they will turn up no matter what. So
we had this conversation even when it was pouring with rain. We had Samoyeds with snowsuits. We had the greyhounds in their rain jackets. Everyone rocks up regardless of what's going on. You cannot stop dog people from walking.
Yep, that's true. That's true. Okay. Any more questions?
We sold a lot of jackets for the dogs that day.
Yes.
I can imagine.
Wendy, quick thing. Yes. I've just had a quick look. I did receive the email, but I cannot find it. Would you mind sending it to me again?
Which one's that? The briefing
the one that was sent to me with all the details and what I'm doing. I've read it. I just cannot find it at the moment. So that'd be great. Thank you. Sorry about that.
No, I'll add it to my list. No problem.
Thank you. Yes. Big list.
Yeah, it's
right.
yeah, it's a list.
Thank you, Wendy. Sorry
Not
to
a
add to
problem
it.
at all. Anyone else? Any
Hi,
last
Chantal.
questions?
Hi.
Yes, hi, she made it. Hello.
A bit like getting to the party. I've got a bit of tonsillitis, so I'm just
Oh
I'm getting over that.
no.
But
Oh
I'll be
dear.
fine by Sunday.
Okay. All right. Any last questions, anyone?
Oh, good.
Oh, good. Oh,
No.
good. Well, look, thank you all so much for putting your hands up to help. I've got my fingers crossed this is going to be an amazing day on Sunday. So I'm really thrilled you're all part of it. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Wendy. Thanks,
Um,
Georgia.
See you Sunday.
all right.
See
I'm
everyone.
gonna-
See you
all
on
right.
Sunday.
Bye.
Sorry I was so late, Wendy.
That's all right.